Hi, my name is Jack Blake, and I'm here to talk to you about the new service being offered through trainSharp. As you might have guessed through the big title on the screen, myself and trainSharp have teamed up to make sure that your minds are just as strong as your legs and lungs. I'm a sports psychologist, and I've worked with national, UCI professional, and Olympic level cyclists, most recently with the women's UCI team, Matrix Pro Cycling. And before we go into what sports psychology is and isn't, I want to talk a little bit about a trend that's happening in sport and in cycling as well. Over the years, teams have spent millions of pounds ensuring that they have the best equipment. Riders on the most aerodynamic bikes and most aerodynamic kit ride faster. And if you ride faster, greater chance of victories. As a result, teams have ploughed many millions of pounds ensuring that teams have the best equipment. And as a result, ensuring that you have these new advances has increased in importance over time. And the same thing has happened with having the best training plans. If you have the fittest riders with the best lung capacity and the best power output, you stand a greater chance of standing on that podium. And as you guys are already with trainSharp, you're already in the best place for that. But the trend that's happening is that teams are now realizing that riders need to have the best balance of mental toughness and positivity. This combination ensures that riders can get through days which are particularly hard and excel on days that are particularly good for them. As a result, teams in cycling and in other sports as well are now using sports psychologists to make sure that the athletes have the best mindset possible heading into races. And this is the new trend that we've seen. And for the past few years, this service has only been available to professionals. But through trainSharp, this service is now available to everyone. So what is sports psychology? Is it just for athletes with problems? No, not at all. A lot of people think sports psychology is for nutty athletes or people with big problems. And it's not. Sports psychology is for anybody who wants to improve. Just like the coaches at trainSharp ensure that your body is ready, we make sure that your mind is ready. But does sports psychology really make a difference? This is the thing I hear quite a lot. Well, let's look at it a slightly different way. Let's imagine tomorrow Pinarello send you a letter and they say we want to send you a bike free of charge, brand new bike. And this new bike will give you an extra 15 watts on a time trial, an extra 4% power during sprints. You'll be half a second faster over 40 meters, and riding it will feel 10% easier than your current bike. Not only that, but it will improve your self-confidence and give you a 23% increase in determination. Would you take the bike? I would absolutely take this bike. And these are all the sorts of gains that you could see through sports psychology. These are all real research findings using sports psychology techniques. So let's have a look at some of the topics that sports psychologists cover. First one, anxiety control. So do pre-race nerves get the better of you? It's a very common problem, and this can happen either on race day or the day before. Another one topic we use frequently is confidence. Confidence that you have in your abilities to perform your best during a race. Pain management. Climbing, sprinting, even keeping pace during a fast peloton can all bring about the burning sensation in our legs that we all know and not all love. But sports psychology works at looking how to make sure that we can push through that burning sensation to ensure that we perform our best. Mental toughness, another big aspect. Having the toughness to keep going during tough climbs or keep pace during a final sprint, those little bits of toughness are what really separate the good athletes from the average athletes. Negativity control. This is particularly before a race. Do you worry about what might happen if this happens, and if a wheel falls off, and if this group goes out ahead, or if you're in this position in the sprint? Negativity control is one of the most important aspects of sports psychology, and this can also happen during race and post-race as well, if you get particularly down and beat yourself up about bad results. And on the opposite end, you have positivity. So on race day, are you positive about your chances? Or even during the race, being able to stay positive when you're going up a really grueling climb? And finally, sleep. one of the most important aspects of riding and training is ensuring you're getting the best recovery. And recent research showed that professional athletes, 56% of them have trouble sleeping the day before a competition because of nerves. And sports psychology has put a lot of time and techniques into ensuring that athletes can fall asleep quickly and soundly. So if we do this top jump style, and let's say this person is above average in every aspect, let's have a look at the effect that sports psychology can have upon these ratings. So all these numbers are based off real research findings from sports psychology. So we can improve your anxiety control by 34%, mental toughness by a quarter, negativity control by a third. These are all real numbers from real research papers. And if we took and worked with this person and took all of these gains, the person on the left who's above average, 60 out of 100, now becomes this person, where their anxiety control, confidence, pain management, much, much higher. And if you have this person on the right, this new person having used sports psychology, if they have a higher positivity score, you've got a greater chance of improving your climbing ability if you can stay positive when your legs start to slow down and it starts to get tough. Alternatively, if you can manage that burning sensation in your legs really well, then you can keep going with that sprint and make sure you cross the line first. Alternatively, could look at negativity control, controlling that little negative self-talk that sometimes creeps into our minds. And if we can do that, chances of improving our endurance are very good. And finally, if you have exceptionally good recovery skills, this gives your mind a refresh as well and ensures you're making the best decisions during the next race. So let's maximize your performance. If you want to know more or want to chat to see if I can help, send me an email at jack@jbsportspsych.com, the email on the screen there. From there, we'll arrange a quick 15-minute chat to see if we can help, get to know each other, and we'll take it from there. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll speak with you soon.